Well, a very good afternoon to you. It's been a week long of court processes and legal jargons. And being a Friday, it's just good for you to take some time and hang your coat somewhere else, relax before we embark on this in the coming week. But remember, it's been an eventful week covering the ouster of regarding Gachagua from office and the back and forth, legally speaking. We've been seeing a lot of that. Now, the big question is, even as we discussed that today, the three-judge bench actually of Fred Mugambe, Eric Ogola, and Anthony Mrima have refused actually to recuse themselves from the hearing of the impeachment case filed by impeached Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. The three judges at the same time said that Gachagua has the right to appeal the decision. The three-judge bench at the same time directed that the application challenging the conservatory orders stopping the swearing in of the new Deputy President be had from October 29th from 10 a.m. And even as we undergo this whole legal process, the big question is, what is the economic implication? Because we've looked at the political implication of this and the political process. We looked at the legal side of things. And finally, when we talk about money and how we do business, does this have any business consequences? Right now, joining us on a phone call is Ken Gishinga. He is the lead economist at Mentoria Economics. Ken, thank you very much for joining us this Friday afternoon. Talk to us. When we see all this legal back and forth and the country not having yet a substantive Deputy President, does this have any economic consequences?
Many thanks, Noah. Indeed, the economy remains fairly resilient amidst these constitutional processes. Obviously, this is not the first time that Kenya is facing a constitutional issue. You remember in 2017, there was the nullification of the presidential election. So Kenya has been here before, and it remains resilient. The stock market is actually up 2.8%. The currency markets are fairly stable. So one can say the macroeconomic environment is fairly resilient and fairly stable. However, I think in the long run, there will be challenges given that now planning becomes a problem. A lot of investors now lack visibility into what will happen next. What's the outlook for Kenya? And October tends to be a time when a lot of companies do a lot of strategic planning for the next year, for the year 2025. So to the extent that that planning will be conducted well, I think it remains doubtful. This issue has been very engrossing. We've seen a loss in productivity. And also, I think business leaders have missed an opportunity to think through other issues happening around the world. Remember, this week we had the BRICS summit happening in Russia. We had the IMF meetings in Washington. So I don't think a lot of business leaders have had an opportunity to digest what those could mean for the global economy. So I think it has been a distraction, but the economic environment still remains fairly stable.
And before I let you go, Ken,